Situation they getting critical. The pressure they over minimal. And they feel cynical. She no be me be principal. See, I don't
We're back. We're back. Stonebwoy is in the studio. It's a huge pleasure to finally meet the man himself. Now, Stonebwoy, you've been traveling around promoting and log our album. And I mean, I'm not a music critic, and I don't need to be one to know that the album is fire. But let's just take us through the whole process of that.
Good morning, everybody. I think I'm still in bed, but so pardon me if I'm all clouded up trying to cover my face. You know, as Ghanaians, sports and entertainment has actually kept us going. You know, amidst all the pressures that we all, you know, add our voices to, we can't do without sports. It would be very frustrating without entertainment and sports. So, Ngoga Junction has been the latest body of works that I released in 2020, right in the heart of the pandemic. But it's done so well, and actually was strategic in order to actually give people something to sway away from the whole news when you get up in the morning is how many people are dying, how many people are not. So it was very intentional to continue to release the album, even whilst, you know, the world was dealing with a pandemic at that level. Now we see, you know, a drop in the numbers in some parts, and they say new variant, Delta variant, this and that. So many things just happening, but we give thanks that we're alive. Yep. And as well, it's not as, I don't know, but I do not think COVID is as deadly as AIDS. To say that once you contact it, you know you're going to die. So we give thanks. Yeah. We're just keeping to the health requirement and keeping safe and all these things. And, you know? Yeah. So...
But Stone, I mean, very, very thoughtful of you to have thought about us, your fans, to give us something to get through the whole, you know, COVID period. But how were you getting through the COVID period yourself?
I was getting creative, you know. Basically, I was getting creative. I'm always indoors anyway, so I took the opportunity to actually, you know, do some soul searching some more, because you have some time to fix things and also reflect on the industry as a whole and the career path that we have chosen as entertainers and even as sports people, because fans couldn't come out to the stadiums, we couldn't to the stadia, and we couldn't go to also play games and probably earn money in that. So I think the entertainment and the sports sectors were also heavily affected, right, irrespective. So we're all managing, doing online football and online.
I mean, definitely, Stone, you have a lot of fans from all over the world, but it's like the love is concentrated in Ashaman. What was that like growing up in Ashaman for you?
Thank you. The reason being that somebody must be born from somewhere, you know. So I was born in Ashaman, right, and that's where my roots are. Aside the fact that I'm a Voltarian, an Anglogan Alakble boy, to be precise. You know, so shout out to all of my people. Growing up in Ashaman actually has made me the man that I am right now, and I'm grateful because I got the opportunity to grow amidst Dadaba, real hustler. There are all types of people. So you see, so I'm grateful. It's love. Thank you for my father for locating Ashaman, because you know.
I mean, definitely, Stone, on your music itself. I mean, particularly Putu. I mean, you said that you stop writing, you go with the flow. Putu, I kept wondering, what exactly are you saying on there?
So that it's clear, I still write, but I think I've only graduated to add the skill of going from head, mouth, mic. Okay. You know, and then later head, mouth, mic, and then you write it down. Or sometimes you write it down and then you sing later, depending on what type of song you're working on and what kind of vibes, you know, come at that moment. Yeah. You know, so, but Putu was one of the miraculous songs that I ever did.
It sounds miraculous.
Bro, it's very miraculous. And to date, let me say that it's one of my songs that appeal to the elderly community, and I'm surprised. So I think I spoke a language that the elders understood. better than the younger ones.
I don't know if my mother understands it, but religiously, the woman keeps singing the song.
Which is right.
Yeah.
It blew off of the elderly fan base, connecting to it and wondering what this guy is singing and also loving it.
Yeah.
So the creative process was like this. Street Beats had sent me some beats long time ago, and once again, I woke up at a point in time. I don't know whether it was morning or evening. I went to the office. You know, the office is where we record and everything. So I was listening to the beats, and I was like, oh, this one today, trust me. What came to mind was so powerful that if you take a critical listen to the song, you find out that a phone was ringing in the beginning, but I couldn't, I was not going to answer that. Neither was I going to stop what I was doing at the time. So it recorded with the tone. So if you take a critical, if you listen carefully from the beginning, you hear a phone ring in the beginning. You know, so that's how spiritually inclined that song is. You know, so when I did the chorus, I was trying to do something really inspirational at the time, due to the times we were in, right? So I did Pray, Pray, Go Better. Yeah. And then I also laid this template. I laid down the vibes to replace with lyrics. But I couldn't find any lyrics. Yeah. But I also knew, you know, the chorus is supposed to be a summary of a song. So Pray, Go Better. Inside of the song is prayers. So it's a tongue.
So I'll bring Sicho into the conversation, but before I do that, Stone, I mean, football. Let's talk a bit about football. You played a little while?
Yeah. I loved football. I still love football. Not to say I loved football. Growing up in Ashaiman, you have to be able to. You'll be open to a lot of sports. Especially, I'm glad that we grew up around those times. We played the Kwitinge, the Chaskele, the football, the Sandown, the Tipon, many things.
Chimpers,
Anzama, all of that. We played all of those. Yeah, and Dicot, you know them one. Yeah. So I played football. I did all of those. I actually love football. My favorite position was striker and defense and wings. Not to say that puts me
striker,
in
defense,
wings.
Stone.
It depends on the match. Yeah. When I say this match, there's one guy, Steven. Yeah. Steven, he won the MTN.
Steven So.
Yeah, them man that I played football with them man that we grew up together. Right. So you can imagine, those are my, you know, so if, as he say, he did the game inside, then I go for front. Yeah. Then maybe he go defend. But most of it, they play against me. I don't know why. So I defeat tackle them from the back. Yeah, but up until when, you know, the whole story, I couldn't play football anymore. Yeah. You know, and da-da-da. But I'm glad because my little brother is a baller. I'm saying it now on national TV. Somebody quotes me later. Yeah. That guy's going to do wonders.
Amazing. Sijo, let's bring you into the conversation. Now, I mean, Stone is an entertainer, you know, as he said, he loves football. A footballer, an entertainer. You love football.
Defender, striker,
winger. Yes. Depending on who is playing. Yeah, depending on the match and who I'm playing against. Coach puts me for correct place.
Right. So, Sijo, let's just look at the marriage between sports and entertainment in this country. As commentator for the Ghana Premier League, how do you think these two can help grow our football?
I actually think sports in itself, it's entertainment. Right. The vibe, the feel, when you're watching football, is not too different from when you see your star performing. Okay. Because the athletes are stars. True. And these musicians who bringing out these jams, Stonebwoy's jams and all of that, they are your stars. Yeah. Now, when you put that together, that is super entertainment.
Wow.
You get it? Yeah. So it's why at some point in the season, we're looking at, what about bringing in artists to perform at halftime? Legon City's tried at some point. Exactly. Because it has a very good blend. There isn't a way you can love sports and not love music. In fact, one of the reasons why the UEFA Champions League in Europe did very well after the year 2000s was because of the anthem. Exactly. When the anthem got popular, people started vibing with it. Even the athletes themselves. Yeah. So music and sports, I think it's one thing. Yeah. I think it's one thing.
Yeah. Teacher, let's not even go far. The Accra Hearts of Oak theme song.
Yeah.
Arguably the best theme song.
Absolutely. I think the Kotoko fans will be too happy. But even they would go back into their locker and then...
The way the woman pull up that verse, say, we Kotoko.
I've heard people say, I'm hard.
Stony, if I read the vibe.
It means I'm neutral.
You know, but the truth of the matter is, we shouldn't be stuck in between. We have to normalize not sticking between when it comes to choosing the side you belong. Because I had to gather vim, and only I think the last match the Hearts played to just come and tweet and say, it'd be like we win the thing. And then but I said,
So when we come back, we'll find out which side you are on. We'll take a little breather here. When we come back, there's more on Warmer Plus.
For the money, work for the money.
Larry there, who's our DJ this morning. Larry, many thanks to you for joining us right here on Warmer Plus. But it's not just Larry. I'm thanking you as well for watching the show every time. We have Stonebwoy in the studio. Philip Sichop is also a commentator in the Ghana Premier League joining us this morning. But just before we were on the break, we were talking Ghana football and football as a whole. Sicho, let me come back to you. Tomorrow and the lineup of games that we have in the Ghana Premier League, what are you expecting to see? Hearts of Oak, champions already?
Fireworks. I'm expecting to see fireworks because of the stakes. I think in the last 6 weeks, I've particularly gained interest in the bottom half of the table. The stakes seem to be a lot higher there than at the top. It got to Kotoko and Hearts now. It's almost Hearts of Oak if they're able to get a job done against Liberty. Having said that, I think that they don't have to start playing the champagne football before the game is done. Right. Because they need to see that game out. They need to win.
Did they play that at Dwarfs?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think credit to Dwarfs more than Hearts of Oak dropping those 2 points.
Right.
Dwarfs really played well.
Okay.
And Boedu is demanding of his players. He wants somewhat perfection. And so I think he's going to be pushing down to the heads of the players. Right. They need to win. Right. However, the game that I'll be keeping an eye on more will be what is going to happen today between Dwarfs and Kimfesa and Techima. Right. Both teams, Kimfesa on 37 points, Dwarfs on 38. Yeah. We know that the 40-point mark could be where your safety line is drawn. Yeah. So it's a crucial fixture for these sides. And it's one that they can't afford to lose. Yeah. It's one that they need to win. Yeah. Liberty are playing Hearts of Oak, like we said. They also need results coming their way. But they would also be, in some confident mood going into the last round of fixtures where they'll be playing home against Kimfesa. Right. So this weekend promises a lot of exciting stuff.
Let me put you to the sword, Sicho. Who do you think will join Inter Allies out of the Ghana Premier League this season?
Ooh, it's a difficult one. I wish this show was the next week. So after this weekend,
everything will become much clearer.
I'm asking you because you've seen more games than any of us.
I have. But even so, it's a difficult one to pick. I tell you what. Okay, now because you're putting me to the sword, now I'll take it. I think Liberty and Kimfesa might join.
Liberty and Kimfesa?
I think so.
I don't think Godfrey Akotobuafu will be happy with you. But
so Sharks are saying.
But Stone, I mean, your club.
It's not my club. I don't own it.
You support it. You support it. Tomorrow you could be winning a first ever Ghana Premier League title in 10 years.
So that they don't crucify me. I think with some small research I did, Kotoko actually has won many things. Yeah. Kotoko champion for that one because that's for football there. NSA are grown FM. We have to normalize how people support because definitely. Sometimes it's difficult for us all to come out openly to support and ginger the whole sport because we are artists and we fear that maybe my die-hard fan supports Kotoko. Once I say probably I'm gearing towards Hearts of Oak, they might lose interest. But I want to use this blessed opportunity to ask people to normalize that this is not music. Music is different. As for music, it's feeling and it entails a bit more. This is sport. It's right there and then. If everybody supported Kotoko, how can we play a match? So big up to everybody. Like I said, Accra Hearts of Oak tomorrow. If we win now, it will be nice. But the way they talk Accra Hearts of Oak right now, Hearts of Oak, give me coaching role. Yeah.
So I'm sure Aniela has a final question to you. But I mean, I heard from the grapevine that Reverend Istudanaba loves you so much. He apparently calls you a professor of music because of your songs and the sort of things you say in your music. I mean, what goes into the thought of getting the notes together in a certain way, putting the words in addition to it? And how does that make you feel that a man of God of his pedigree sees you in that light?
Thank you. A man of God of his pedigree is actually a father to us all. Right. So I don't want it to sound like he is part of that whole artist fan-based type of vibes, where, you know, because he loves artist A, then he hates artist B, or he doesn't love. And I was honored when I found him through a comment on something he came across about me, which found its way onto the pulpit.
Right.
I'm grateful because he threw more light on me from the Christian community to also pay attention, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And actually, I put in some type of vibes into my songs where it's more of like it's a gospel. It can be termed as gospel song. I've had my songs being played in churches and all of that, which is what I want to do with my song. I'm a musician. I don't want to put caps on on my creativity or what I speak about. I can speak about God. I can speak about, because in the end, we are not devils or we are not Lucifer, you know. Just because sometimes we look scary, you know. A man must be scary, you know. Yeah.
I mean, definitely, Stone. And before I ask my last question, I just want to say that I relate to your music. Sometimes I listen to it and I think that I'm also selling on the roadside.
Right.
I'm also doing. I feel the passion. I feel hey, Kawawa. I mean, definitely. But you've given a lot of yourself to music.
Truth.
Would you say that it has been kind to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful for how far music has brought me. Music has given me a mouth to speak. Music has given me a job to do. Music has actually given me a position in society where I pray to continue to use this innate to add to the voices that can make a change or better people's lives, like I've always tried to, you know, or I've always done, and myself as well. So I'm thankful to the spirit of music, you know, and for choosing me. I couldn't have chosen it.
Right. Sijo, a final question to you. I mean, how would you sum up this Ghana Premier League season in entirety, from all you've seen, briefly?
One word for it would be brilliant.
Okay.
For me, because, listen, everybody's talking about it. If you go back to the Super Clash, look at the celebrities who were tweeting about it, the politicians, everybody was part of it. When you look at attendance, even though there's COVID, the 25% that if allowed has been massive. Yeah. And the fact that the Olympics are performing well, Hartlepool, Kotoko, and what have you, has been brilliant to see. And I'm looking forward to what would be another exciting season for the next one that is to come.
Italy, England.
Narrow win for Italy, in my opinion.
Brazil, Argentina.
It's going to stay in Brazil.
Stone, Brazil, Argentina, who's winning?
Brazil, they be crazy. Brazil, they go free match of them.
England, Italy. Another hard one, eh?
Yeah, me, I go choose based on some kind of feeling. Italiano. Yeah, but hold on. I'm saying Italiano, you know me say I say take time. Say, no, I don't want to make my England people.
Thanks, Brazil.
Okay, I go choose who win in the end. I go support who win.
You go support who win?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you so much, Sicho, for joining us here on Warmer Plus. It's always insightful to hear from you. Stone.
Yes, madam.
Charlie, nobody knows tomorrow.
Oh, before make her say something, as I enter here, she say, if you sing that song one life for me. So I know say me the car. I say hustling from Choco to Mamprobi. From Ashaiman to Kotobabi. With the burn under the sun, but still give Jaja the glory. Oh yeah. Sometimes he be dog change, now they carry meat by rock.
I dey rush, I dey hurry. Dada ba for where he be like, say, Kaya yo, I go marry. Anyway.
Waiting be my own. I'm not in this alone. Because somebody
they sweat for the air condition. He be lonely.
Stone, I mean, we can't let you go without, promoting your social media handles, yourself, and you saying something to your fans before you just
God bless you, everybody who's tuning in right now, and I'm sure we made you smile at least for tuning in, all our fans from across all walks of life. Sports and entertainment is key, and so we urge the government to take critical look, especially at the entertainment side. Because the sports, they collect some food, which we need some food pan the thing. I mean, and let's all go out there and support our teams. I've been very happy to see the Ghana Premier League get on the levels it's on, filled stadiums and all of that. We're happy. And before I leave, I pray everybody keeps calm and be successful in life. Take it easy. Life is a journey. All the fingers are not equal. Identify your role, know your gift, and you will be happy in life.
Great.
I mean, most definitely. Thank you so much, Stone. Thank you so much, Tito, for joining us today on Warm Up Plus. Join Yao and I same time next week at 10 a.m. But before we go, Stonebwoy, you and music inseparable. So, right, do you forgive me?
Hey, this one will be full attitude, so have performance. But Juliet, you yourself, you know, 10 billion. Yeah. TV3, 90 billion. Or make 100. Or else, what you say? So, which one we going to do right now with that?
Oh, which?
Hey. No problem. Show them your dance. We'll make we see you today. Ade. Remix, you know. Hey, say, you ready? Check. Hey, what's up? Who's a me maka? You ready? Hey. T. Where your French? TNU. Yes. You don't hear the French? Say my baby, whoosh. All of my mommy people, Ade, big up for yourself. Hey, pull it up. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. It's a nice Saturday. I love you all. See you guys when I see you guys. Bless.